Today we're diving into a hot topic, Jonathan Kuminga, and whether the Chicago Bulls should pursue him this offseason. Before we jump into the discussion, make sure you slam dunk that subscribe button, just like our favorite players on the court. By subscribing, you'll get daily content about all things Chicago Bulls, so don't miss out. Now, let's get into the details. The question is, should the Chicago Bulls be interested in acquiring Jonathan Kuminga? And if so, what kind of trade might work? Let's break it down. First, where is this interest coming from? According to Brett Siegel, an NBA insider for Clutch Points, the Golden State Warriors are eager to keep Kuminga. But the article also mentions other teams keeping an eye on him, including the Bulls, Miami Heat, and Brooklyn Nets. Siegel noted that league sources have indicated that the Bulls have been tracking Kuminga's progress for a while. Should the Bulls pursue Jonathan Kuminga? The answer is a resounding yes. Kuminga has shown impressive growth and potential, and acquiring him could be a smart move for the Bulls. He's a versatile player who fits within their timeline and could be a great addition to their youthful roster. Let's talk numbers. Kuminga has proven himself as a reliable scorer, improving from 9.3 points per game to 16.1 last season. Even this year, despite some struggles, he's averaging 15.3 points. He also contributes 2.2 assists per game, showing that he can be involved in playmaking. However, there are areas where he needs improvement. His free throw percentage, 66.8%, and three-point shooting, 30.5% this season, need work. His field goal percentage stands at 45.4%, a bit lower than in previous years, and his defense, steals and blocks, is something the Bulls will need to address. That said, Kuminga's youth and potential make him an attractive option. He's just 22 years old and could be a key piece for the Bulls moving forward. If the team is serious about building a competitive, long-term roster, Kuminga's upside is a risk worth taking. In terms of fit, Kuminga aligns well with the Bulls' recent shift toward a faster-paced offense. With his athleticism and ability to run the floor, he could complement players like Kobe White, Josh Giddey, and Modest Bazelis in fast-break situations. This would create a dynamic, high-flying offense that could put pressure on opposing defenses. Imagine Kuminga alongside these playmakers. His speed and athleticism could make the Bulls one of the most exciting teams in transition. Another factor in favor of acquiring Kuminga is his championship pedigree. He won a title with the Golden State Warriors in 2022 as a rookie, bringing invaluable experience to a Bulls team that's still working to establish its identity. Kuminga's ability to handle pressure, deal with inconsistent playing time, and still produce could benefit the younger players on the Bulls roster. However, there are concerns. Injuries are always a risk, and Kuminga's limited games this season, 47 played, 10 started, are something to keep an eye on. The Bulls have had their share of injury issues, so this could be a point of caution. Another area of concern is consistency. Kuminga's development has been uneven. The Bulls can't afford to invest in a project that may not pan out, so they'll need to evaluate his growth carefully. Defensively, Kuminga has room for improvement. While he's athletic, his defensive stats, blocks, and steals are lacking, and the Bulls could use someone with a stronger defensive presence. While he doesn't have to be a lockdown defender, he must contribute on defense and improve his rebounding, which is another area where he struggled. Kuminga is also a ball-dominant player, which could create a logjam in the Bulls' offense, where players like White and Giddey also need touches. The coaching staff would need to ensure that Kuminga can still thrive in the system without dominating the ball too much. As for how the Bulls could acquire him, there are a few options. Kuminga is a restricted free agent, which means the Warriors can match any offer the Bulls make. However, if the Warriors are not willing to match a competitive offer, Kuminga could walk. Alternatively, a sign-and-trade could be a realistic path for the Bulls. The Warriors might prefer to get something in return for Kuminga rather than risk losing him for nothing. A potential deal could involve players like Patrick Williams or Vučević, both of whom have been linked to the Warriors in past rumors. In conclusion, acquiring Jonathan Kuminga could be a win for the Chicago Bulls. He's young, talented, and has a ton of upside. While there are some risks involved, including injuries and consistency, the potential rewards far outweigh them. If the Bulls can make a deal work, Kuminga could be the kind of player who takes them to the next level.